Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Megan McCarthy and today I'm reviewing the movie Cyrano. If you're new to my channel, I'm a huge fan of Edmond Rostand's play Cyrano de Bergerac. I even made an hour-long deep dive about the play, going over the summary and the many things I love about Cyrano. If you're unfamiliar with the play, check out that video first. Imagine how thrilled I was to discover a new version was coming out with some intriguing changes. I was also concerned this new adaptation might not live up to the hype. Turning this play into a musical is a bold creative choice, a choice that might not pan out. Another thing that worried me about this adaptation was how it would handle and treat disability now that Cyrano has a chondroplasia instead of a large nose. It's easy to fall into ableist tropes, but it's incredibly damaging to the disability. Cyrano is the most diverse version of Cyrano de Bergerac to date. Roxane's love interest is black, Cyrano's best friend and Captain Lebret is black, there are black dancers, and one of the nuns is a person of color. This version has Roxane in an interracial relationship. Cyrano has a genetic disorder, and pretty much the only bad representation came from Valverde, who's coded as gay and is killed off in the first act. Throughout the play, Cyrano struggles with his internalized ableism. You can even say Cyrano is about one man's fight against internalized ableism to tell the woman he loves his true feelings. But there's usually another character there who refutes Cyrano's ableist views of himself, which is a positive to the movie. There are some questionable word choices in the movie as well relating to disability. The first song sung by Peter Dinklage was triggered by Valverde calling Cyrano a freak. Freak was first used to mean abnormally developed individual or person in 1839. Freak of nature was a term used historically in advertisements for sideshows and circuses that featured individuals with unusual or extreme physical or cognitive disabilities, including individuals with achondroplasia. So calling Cyrano a freak is a really loaded term. Another word with a history related to the exploitation of little people in sideshows and circuses is the slur. According to Little People of America, the community prefers to be referred to as dwarves, little people, people of short stature, or people having dwarfism. Cyrano uses the slur to refer to himself in the movie. Peter Dinklage is known for being okay with the term, but the community is pretty adamant the term is harmful and negative. I think that using the term, the slur in this movie was not necessarily a good idea because not everyone understands the history behind the term. And I think it could have been excluded from the movie without harming anything, any lines, or I don't think it was necessary, is my point. And I think it could have been avoided. Since Cyrano is a musical, one of the most important questions is whether the music is any good. I felt like the first song, Someone to Say, sung by Haley Bennett, was a bit slow. The next song, When I Was Born, is sung by Peter Dinklage and took some warming up to enjoy. But the rest of the songs I thoroughly enjoyed. I've been listening to all the songs except for one that makes me cry every time on repeat. I like the huskiness in Peter Dinklage's singing voice. It has a romantic, earnest quality that suits the tone of the film. Kelvin Harrison Jr., who plays Christian, has a bright, uplifting voice. Haley Bennett has the kind of angelic voice needed for the part of Roxane, and her voice also has power behind it. My favorite song from the movie was I Need More, sung by Haley Bennett. The visuals with that song are perfect. My second favorite song was De Guiche's villain song. Ben Mendelsohn does a fantastic job as De Guiche. The song Wherever I Fall makes me cry every time. That scene broke me, but promise me you won't go listen to the soundtrack until you see Cyrano for yourself. I promise you'll find yourself singing these songs to yourself after watching Cyrano. Is Peter Dinklage believable as a master swordsman and genius wordsmith? Peter Dinklage was definitely believable as a master swordsman. When he sword fought, he fought hard. And we all know Peter Dinklage wears the witty wordsmith well. Is the chemistry between the characters believable? Yes, I totally believed in Cyrano's love for Roxanne. I believed Christian's love for Roxanne. I believed Roxanne's love too. But I also believed in the smaller relationships, like the friendship between Cyrano and Lebret and Cyrano's friendship with Ragueneau, or the camaraderie of the nuns. It was a very intimate film, so it was easy to suspend belief. One of my favorite scenes from Cyrano de Bergerac did not make it into this version. I'm a little salty about it, but I can't talk about it without spoilers, so boo. De Guiche is a fantastic villain. He's properly slimy. I really enjoyed Ben Mendelsohn's performance in this version of Cyrano de Bergerac. Cyrano is filmed in Sicily. Everyone is speaking English, and somehow it works for a story that's French. And that is the end of my miscellaneous thoughts. Cyrano, like every movie, has its problems, but I wouldn't let that stop you from experiencing this movie. It made me laugh and cry. I thought it was one of the best adaptations of Cyrano de Bergerac to date, and I think even people unfamiliar with Edmond Rostand's play will enjoy seeing this movie.